Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers have practically built themselves. Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome to today's show. Today we've got Hex Marks the Spot. So recently on the Kit Hoarder Stash, we looked at the latest one for me in the series of the old Linberg 1/12 scale. They used to be called Pirates of the Caribbean, but Disney kind of said, no, you're not doing that. So it's changed. But I've been collecting these. You've seen the Tentacles of Fate, the Duel with Death. Well, now I have Hex Marks the Spot. Recently, we reviewed that on the channel, but today we are going to build it and show you how cool it turns out when the lights go down. So stick with Mad Dog Merv as we look at my build of Hex Marks the Spot.
So I did a little bit of basic assembly, but I sprayed everything down with my airbrush using a kind of a burnt umber color or tester's rust. I can't remember. Maybe it was a mixture of the two, but just kind of overall brown is how I decided to start this out. So then I gave all of the wood a wash with my pin wash that I use called Larry's Bathwater, and in some areas I had to go back 2 and 3 times because you could see between the boards it just didn't get down in there like it should have. So I did that. I started painting the ropes with kind of a buff color, started putting on some of the decals. You can see here the map and the top of the chest lid. Wasn't really happy how that turned out. The standing pirate went ahead and painted him in kind of a pale green and a lighter blue, gave him a wash, and he came out pretty good after I went ahead and put a dull coat on him. You can see how he looks here in this picture. Now, as far as all of the wood, I went through and I gave everything a dry brush after the Larry's Bathwater wash. I went through and gave everything a quick dry brush with that same kind of a buff color I used on the ropes. I also used a medium gray dry brush technique in some areas, and here you can kind of see the two different colors, but you can see how it really picked up all of the detail of this wood. I really like how this kit looks. So I decided on the sail to make it into a flag, paint it black, and put this big old skull decal that comes in there. Yes, I had to use lots of Solvacet. Yes, I had to use it a couple of times. Here is the lantern. I painted it in Tester's, I believe it was steel or gunmetal. Anyway, then I used the decals for the lights that are in it. Or should I say the simulated light that's in it. But you can see the detail on the rope after I give it that wash, how it really helps that rope to be pronounced and look really nice. Here's inside of the box where our one skeleton is, the guy who pops out with the knife and stabs the map. And you can see I just gave him a wash just right over the bare plastic. Here's how the map turned out. Lots of Solvacet and not too terribly bad on that. Of course, there's these big injector pin marks. I wasn't going to mess with those. I just went ahead and did the dry brushing and the wash. Now, you can really see how that wash gets down into things. So as far as the cannon, I went ahead and left the seam like the cannon should have, a molding seam from where it was cast. I went ahead and painted it with a Tester's copper with some black added to it to kind of give it my own brass color. I went ahead and put kind of a Kelly green on, or a darker green acrylic on the moss that's on this cannon, And then I gave everything a wash, about 7 or 8 times with my pin wash to try and darken everything up really good. And I think it turned out okay. I went over afterwards with a light dry brush of the copper to try to pick up some of the copper highlights. You can see here the cannonballs that I painted with Tamiya's gunmetal and the ropes. And here you go. Here's how it turned out. Now this comes with a few extra bones that you can just place wherever. I didn't glue these down right here. I just kind of threw them on there for right now, and I'll decide where I want them eventually. But I do have one problem. You see, when you open this up, it triggers him to pop up, and the knife is supposed to come up and stab the map. Unfortunately, I think I glued the seam a little bit too tight, and his arm gets to about the 12 o'clock position and slows down to a stop. Yes, it will spin when I touch it, but as far as him popping up and stabbing the knife, I still got to work on that. So, but here's what it's supposed to look like. Pretty cool.
Okay, so here we are with the black lights on. Yes, it is glow in the dark. Yes, if I shut everything off, they will glow for just a little bit. But you guys all know how much I like to use black lights in my different areas. And, well, you can see how it causes them to glow. Now, problem that I have, he does pop up like he's supposed to, but the arm gets kind of hung up right there, so it doesn't come down and stab the map like it's supposed to. But you can see I left him mostly in the fluorescent plastic for the most part. Close that up on him, and look around here. Yeah, kind of neat. I should have left these areas here just bare plastic, and it would glow much better. So anyway, there you go.
Here it is with the black light on, and it really does pop with the black light. But, and yeah, look at those bones. Look at how they just glow. That's awesome. But you shut off the black light, and you can see they still glow. This is just how it glows in the dark after I've shut the lights off. So, thanks for joining us, folks. Hope you enjoyed this.